Hey,
I think he was,
baseball, Hall of Fame crazy too. If you got one
man,
allegation, they ain't letting you in there. Manny Ramirez still ain't in the Hall of Fame.
man, baseball writers just weirdos, man.
They some weirdos. How Pete Rose got in the Hall of Fame with 4,200 hits,
So
bro?
they like, yeah,
That's
he
stupid.
gambled, and I'm like, so
Like
y'all was
he
dealing
still got
like,
to go out there and hit the ball. Like he hit 4,200 times. It's like two people 4,000
but
hits.
look,
I'm a top guy.
he gambled as a manager. Like his allegations are from when he was managing, not when he was playing. So
Oh,
put him in a hall as a player.
that's
I'm
up.
confused. What's the problem?
Yeah, Pete Rose should be in Hall of Fame. He's one of the best players ever, for real.
Yeah, like that's goofy, but whatever,
But
man. That's their politics. They got this.
Manny Ramirez batted 313. So anything over 300 is legendary. He got how many
Man,
home
man.
runs? He got 555 home runs. He ain't in the Hall of Fame.
So
That's sick to me, bro. This is
right. So I think in sports, when you talk about stuff like that, the writers have way too much power. Way too much.
yep.
So if you and you got issues with writers, you can have a problem even getting in if you above borderline, right?
Okay.
So like
Right.
Andre Johnson, we win the Hall of Fame, because since he in, I'm in too. We together. Um, so uh, yeah. So
Andre
at the
Johnson
end of
he had a real good career. He stayed quiet too. That's the thing.
yep,
You don't see him like going crazy on the media and nothing.
feeling man. So watch this. If you look at like Curtis Martin, right?
Hey, he one of my favorite.
Curtis
He one of
Martin,
my favorites all the time.
Curtis Martin got a lot of quiet
Kobe.
yards. Man, he do. But if you look at like a talent like Ricky Waters, right? Ricky Waters got Hall of Fame numbers, but he rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
Oh,
He
you're
got Hall of
right.
Fame numbers and a
Let me
Super
see.
Bowl ring.
Ricky Waters. Yep. Hold on.
If you look like catching and running the ball, like Ricky Waters did damage, but he's not going to get in the Hall of Fame.
Dang. So you think football just is like, or you think baseball probably the worst as far as like the
Yeah,
keeping people out the
baseball is
Hall of
worse.
Fame stuff?
Baseball,
Yeah.
you know what? I don't know because football, I don't know the criteria no more. Because I'd be like, oh, they be like
I don't
winning. I'd
either.
be like, well, y'all took forever to put Lynn Swan in, and then you be like, well, it's this, and then I'd be like, well, this guy ain't in. And then they be like, I'm like, well, I'm confused. So if
Yep.
you're not if you're not a no if you're not a no second thought guy, you might have some problems getting in. And they do weird stuff like you can't get in first ballot. Why?
That's what I don't get.
Why they
Like
make
T.O., T.O. won't get
why
in
they
first
make Chris
ballot. He
Carter
talk a
wait a
lot.
couple of years? Like he had 100 touchdowns, bro. He's first ballot. Stop
130.
doing
Yep.
stupid stuff.
Exactly. Exactly. Dude got 130 touchdowns. I don't want to hear nothing. It's like he's the Hall of
Right.
Famer.
Talk about some waiting. That's stupid. That don't make no sense.
Then Marvin Harrison, he had trouble with the. I think that's why he didn't get in because of trouble with the wall stuff. But
Yeah, but
Marvin Harrison not
Marvin,
a Hall of Famer.
yeah, you knew he was gonna get like they couldn't like he had to like
You
go
can't
to
deny
jail
that.
for real. Yeah,
I see what you're
yeah,
saying. He got Ricky Water got seven, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like seven 1,000 yard seasons out of 10. And 1 year he only played 5 games. 1 year he played 13 games. So it was only 1 year where
no,
he was
but
healthy where he
look,
didn't get 1,000 yards.
now you got to add his receiving yards to it too.
Yep, 400,
So
700. Yeah, he was killing, man.
right, so the numbers are there, and he was part of the Super Bowl winning team, and that for who for what when he said that in that media session, it was like, oh yeah, he ain't going,
Dang. Because it is like
he ain't going.
Hall of Fame is more like it's like a club, man. So like they gonna be like, you
Yeah,
see they have celebrations all the time. Every ceremony, you
but
got
watch
everybody in the Hall
this.
of Fame is out there.
If the Hall of Famers, if the Hall of Famers who are in had a little bit more of a say, it would be different because ain't nobody, everybody who played, like watch this, everybody who played against the Steelers back then was been like, yo, Lynn Swan's a Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Like, and he wasn't in for decades and decades, bro. Not like he waited 2 or 3 years. Like it was a long time, bro.
That's crazy, bro. Like I didn't even grow up in that era, but that's the receiver I always hear about. That's good. I'm talking about like
So,
I
and they be like the
got more
numbers. I'm
Super
like,
Bowls.
yeah, well, if you wait until the passing era and then compare, of course, his numbers ain't gonna be the same, bro. Like the
Yeah, he played
squad
in the
wasn't like
'70s
that.
and the early '80s. Yeah, he played '70s and early
Like,
'80s, mid '70s, early '80s.
like, what we doing, man? Like, it's just weird, bro. So,
That's why when I make my list, like if I put, let's say if I put Bart Starr over somebody like Drew Brees or something, they gonna be like, oh, he got 80,000 yards. Well, you can't compare the number. You can't do
but
that, bro. Like,
well, that's why I don't, I don't, I don't do pre-modern people no more
okay,
about because I don't think it's no way to fairly do it. Even like you remember on Thinking Basketball when they did the like even
I
them who did they did data mining and they still couldn't do enough information to do a proper
no, I just watched
comparison
that
to those.
yesterday, and I was thinking about you. Like, I finally watched it. That was one of the best videos I ever seen basketball wise, bro. They said
So
Wilt good and all. We can't compare them because they ain't have
right,
enough data.
right, you ain't got enough data. So, but we talked about this before. Basketball, the only sport where people have all of a sudden been so hesitant to move the goat thing because like in football it was like, oh, Joe Namath, no, not Joe Johnny Unitas is the greatest of all time, and then it was like, you know what, Joe Montana's the greatest of all time. Then it was like, man, Peyton Manning is
That's
the
a
greatest of
fact.
all time. Then it
That's a
was like,
fact. Yeah,
Tom Brady the greatest of all time. Now they saying Patrick,
that's
so they
exactly how it
move
went.
it without,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? In basketball they be like, nah, can't nobody be better than or greater than nobody, and I'm like,
Yeah, basketball. That's what I don't get.
it's weird. It's super weird.
Basketball,
So
yeah,
like,
that's kind of weird. So you telling me
yeah.
20 years later they should be better, right? It's like so you saying the players better 20 years ago than they are. I just like no, bro. Like
So they was in the other group. They were talking about Kobe faced better competition at the wing, and they
other than
was
Jordan.
like, well,
Oh,
so they was like, yeah, that's because they got to see Michael Jordan. And I said, you telling me you could have whatever opinion you want, but you telling me that you think that Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady and Dwayne Wade, all these guys are better than Vinny Del Negro and Craig Elo because they saw Michael Jordan? That don't make no sense. What you just said, none. You can
I know
say
what you're saying.
Is
They saying oh
Kobe
Jordan
because he
made them
saw
guys
Michael Jordan.
look bad, but Jordan made them guys look like they was
No, no,
mediocre
he's saying
basically.
that they saying that Michael Jordan influenced those guys, and I'm like, that wasn't the question. We talking about the competition they
Yeah,
faced.
and he still
So
can't stop the reality that he had to play against Vince
Tracy
Carter. Like no matter what you say, yeah.
Tracy McGrady is not better than Craig Elo because Tracy McGrady got to see Michael Jordan. Tracy McGrady was born to be better than Craig Elo or Vinny Del Negro or Jeff Hornacek. Like I don't like that's the dumbest thing I ever heard, bro. What we talking about?
That's
Because
one
he
player
saw Michael
that's on my
Jordan.
better. Like if I did a better list, he might could be in my like top 10, bro. If you talking about just
Like so they're like,
who I
yeah,
watch play, yeah.
Vince Carter better than Hershey Hawkins because he saw Michael Jordan. No, that's
You
not
know what?
why Vince
You
Carter is
know
better than Hershey Hawkins,
what
bro.
I think though?
He's better because
I
he's
think Kobe
better.
deserves even more credit because think about like Vince Carter is so good, man. Like he scores so easy. It's like and he athletic. He can do more athletic stuff than anybody. But it's like,
But
but then it's like Kobe. He had to go against Kobe and then Iverson, T Mac. It's like they. I don't know. It's
yeah,
just like
it's a
it
lot of
was hard
the
to stand out with the back then.
that 2-3 gauntlet with the and we talk about before Durant became full grown. You talking about Carmelo, LeBron, Cole, Wade, Paul Pierce, Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady. This is the wing era that they had. There's a lot of guys that could play. There's a lot
Hmm.
of guys that could play, and a lot of guys that had different attributes. Like you even got to add a tough guy like Ron Artest in there, like who's difficult scoring and all this stuff. So, and to my prime Ron Artest.
So yeah,
So
the 24 points a
when
game, defensive player of the year, Ron Artest.
right, so
Yeah.
that's a different type of gauntlet, and it's nothing wrong with saying that, but you know how we
Yeah,
do.
it's just hard because you got the old school people that saying stuff like you just said. Then you got the new people saying like, oh, I seen one dude said, oh, he said it was just like it ain't just Kobe that they be disrespect. It's like everybody that played before. It's like, oh Jordan was He played against plumbers
Listen,
and Kobe, he not that good. It's like what?
so listen, you can so you can like whoever you like that. Your favorite player can be your favorite. It doesn't matter to me. What we not gonna do is have like when we serious, we're not gonna just be lying though. Like, come on, man. Like at the end of the day, okay, cool. Like, yes, Mike can play on my team. Yeah, Cole can play on my team. Yeah, Kevin Durant can play on my team. Like, I'm like, it's not like I'm not tripping off that. Like, we be getting so tough into defending a specific era or a specific
Yeah.
person that we
Like
don't even
when
get
I
to enjoy. We ain't
the
even
people,
really enjoy watching basketball because it's always been a well, this ain't that and that ain't this, and then you in a debate and you're arguing with
I
somebody, and I be like, fam,
feel
I'm
bad
not
because
doing, I'm not doing all that.
at first Kobe wasn't even my favorite player. T Mac was, and my brother, my stepdad used to always be like Kobe better because the defensive end. They was right though. Like they both Kobe put up 30 and like T Mac was more like I put up 30. T Mac, he didn't play much defense like that, but
But
I just
then
thought like.
your favorite players, your favorite players. If you look at
But I
whiskey,
just
I
feel like I
posted
didn't
my favorite
appreciate
players.
Kobe back then. I didn't appreciate Kobe back then. 'Cause I'm like, man, they both was going crazy. Like,
Listen, at one point in time, Nick Van Exel was my favorite player. It didn't have nothing to do with him being the best player in the league. I was a left-handed point guard, so
right.
that was
That's what I be
ass.
saying when they be like, when people use that argument, like, oh, like who? Oh yeah, I mean, champ. That I know champ be trolling. He even say he be trolling. That's how he always been.
And
But I
y'all
just
was
felt like
missing it. Y'all was missing it during the whole. I was like, listen, you
if
talking
Trevor
about
was getting mad, I'm like, no, this is what he do. He do
using
this every since I've
using
known
the
him.
logic, using the logic of the argument that people use. I know you. Um,
Yeah. Um.
yeah. At the end of the day, winning matters, and if you are a major cog in the reason why your squads win, that elevates your greatness. You know, and somebody could be a better individual player than you, and then they won't be as great as you because there's other things that you add to it. That's
That's how I feel
cool.
about T Mac and like somebody like I don't know, Clyde Drexler. It's a debate, but I just meant like Clyde Drexler definitely gonna be. He took Portland to two finals. They
Yeah,
lost to Thomas and Jordan. T Mac never
yeah,
got out the first round. I hate to say it. I hate to use
but if you
teams,
was
but
building
you never got out the
yourself,
first round. I can't put you over. Yeah,
but if you could transport yourself into somebody's body and have their skill set, you take a teammates.
T Mac for sure. Yeah.
Right. So
Even
you know
Kobe
what I'm
said
saying?
that. I seen the interview with Kobe. Was like, man, he was like basically like me, but he 6 feet. 2 inches taller.
But she was tall, bro. Shoot, man,
So you got to go.
shut it down.